A town is shown where it is raining for a week. The weather reporters announced yellow warning for rain in that town, but it will soon become red. Every shop is closed, but one shop is still open even at such heavy rain. Now inside that bookstore, a good-looking gentleman is arranging the books. He said, "It's raining again, now there will be no customer," and was about to leave, but he stopped and thought that even if it is raining, what if someone forgets to bring an umbrella with him and he need a place to stay for a while? I will give him a hot cup of tea and a beautiful environment, then he will be impressed by my hospitality and maybe borrow or buy some of my books. That would be fantastic. On next scene, a dark elf is being chased by some people, but she killed all of them like a demon, but she was also injured. Her 4 ribs were broken, but due to her magical power that injury could be healed. She just needs some time to recover. Then she started walking and saw that every shop in town is closed except a bookstore. It is open even on such heavy rain. She saw an open sign on it. She lost in her thoughts whether it is a coincidence or a trap. Whatever it is, I just need some time in order to recover. Then she opened the door and entered a calm and silent environment. Store owner is standing still and thinking that this woman is full of stories. I will use my secret therapy session with her. Then he welcomed her and said, "I have been waiting for you here." That towel. After hearing that, she thought that a normal bookstore owner must not be that prepared. He definitely knows something. Where could be he from? The secret instrument tower or the truth society or appointee of Walpurgis Night? Wherever he is from, one thing is confirmed: he is not an ordinary bookstore owner. She said, "You was waiting for me. How you come to know about my arrival?" Store owner said, "This world is small and it could be our destiny for 2 strangers to meet at such a place." Then he asked her to soak herself with a towel. After a while, store owner started his therapy. He started it by asking, "You look like you are in a sticky situation." Then it is revealed that this sentence does not have any proper meaning. It's just a mind tactic which is used to find out if a person is in trouble or not. A person if in trouble usually focus on last word trouble and remember his hardships. Actually, that store owner is dealing with people for a long time and know how to control people mind by flow of words. Now that adventurer told him that I am in sort of trouble. Then Omar said, "If I am not mistaken, that I suppose it's some kind of personal trouble." Now its detail is revealed that this sentence is also a mind controlling method. This sentence does not refer to a family problem, any friend problem, or a couple problem, but it means any relation problem. After hearing that, the woman became sad and curious, as because she was just betrayed by her fellow members for an artifact and the people trying to kill her were all her own team members. She also becomes suspicious of that man as he predicted all of that in only 20 minutes. She thought that it is not possible for him to know all that because I am just betrayed. If he knows all that, then it means that he already know all that from the start. Then she said, "Yes, I am betrayed by my own people," and she started drinking tea. Shopkeeper after a while said, "It's nature to forget the past and focus on our future." On reply, she said, "How could I trust whom had stabbed on back and made me suffer that much?" Store owner thought for a while and said, "Then it is even more beneficial for you to advance yourself, as you are betrayed once, then in future no one would hurt you and you would have the power to separate a person even if he is in your own heart. And remember one thing, there is eye for an eye and ear for an ear." After hearing that, she thought that this store owner wants me to kill those scums. She said, "I am not yet ready for that." Then store owner started smiling and thought it's business time, and then he take out a book and said, "This book can make your mind clear." After seeing that, she become afraid as this book was looking like a beast, but she take it and signed on the store membership. Owner was happy on selling a book, and after her leave, owner gave her an umbrella as it was still raining outside. Then she left. When she was on her way, she thought that this owner is not an ordinary man, but suddenly she felt something and become frightened, and a man is shown with a book on his hand. Then the story is revealed that the owner is transferred to this magical world. He only live in this bookstore. The books in that store are ordinary for him, but are the top tier treasures of other people. In his previous life, he loved reading books and he performed a ritual which could fulfill his one wish with one consequences, and he migrated in this Nakan city and living in bookstore reading books for 3 years and using his mental therapy on others. Now on next scene, that woman is shown which is in front of an old person, but he was real scary when he was passing by. That woman was not able to move. She was frightened as hell. He entered the bookstore and store owner welcomed him by saying, "Old Wildy," but he said, "Please call me by my name." Then store owner said, "Okay, Mr. Wildy, you seems to be frustrated. What's the matter?" He said, "Nothing, it's just that I want not able to understand the concept of book that I borrowed last time." Owner said, "I already had told you this book is complicated, as this book's out here is deceased giant." Then Mr. Wildy said, "You seems to be having customers and also giving them some great books." Owner said that book was perfect for her. The owner thought that this man is my regular customer and is in very troublesome life. His lover left him alone and he had 2 children whom don't like him. I know the time when he came here for the first time. Then past is shown when a man wearing a scarf came in and the store owner welcomed him. That man came in and gave a book and said, "Can you sell this book? This is written by me." Owner started observing him and said, "Why are you not showing your face?" He said, "People usually become afraid whenever I show my face." Owner said, "It's not a problem here, we judge people by their hearts, not by their face." Then he started laughing and showed his face, but after that owner was a bit scared, but he controlled himself. Then he said, "This book has ancient language which has magic in their words." On hearing that, Mr. Wildy was surprised as he used his magic to hide the words and thought that this person is no ordinary man. Even if he is not emitting any power, he could be dangerous, and said, do you have any knowledge in the ancient languages? Then he took out a book and said, I have that book, and thought that this is the most hard language in China, called devil's language. After seeing that book, he was looking like a real devil to Mr. Wildy, and he took that book and said, can I have your name please? The owner said, I am just an ordinary bookstore owner, and then he left the store. Now scene came to present where Mr. Wildy asked to give him a similar book as the before. The owner asked to wait for a bit, and he went to find a book. Then it is revealed that he is a dark mage, and a dark mage can recite the magical words, and if he will hear the words of his inner soul, he can become a greatest dark mage, and he is slowly going on that path by help of store owner. After a while, owner came back and gave him a book and said that this book will definitely help you. When he saw that book, then he came know that this book is written by the store owner. He said, is this your creation? Owner said, yes, it is written by me. It will help you in your trouble and clear your mind. Then he said, this is the only copy I have. If you are not interested in it, I can recommend you another book. But he said, how can I reject such a precious gift? And then he stand up and put out a statue and said, please accept it. It was given by my teacher. It can help you in dangerous time. It can identify an enemy and kill him in an instant. Owner was happy for that gift, and he put that gift on his table, and then Mr. Wildy left. The previous woman was shown, who was shocked on seeing Mr. Wildy, and said that according to the Truth Tower law, every mutant is divided into 4 categories, and Mr. Wildy came in the second most powerful mutants, and that person can chit-chat with such a devil. He is really not an ordinary person. After that, when owner was alone sitting on his chair, a black slime Kami on his chair. Owner become frightened, and then slime right on the table. Long time no see. Store owner said, you are the creature that summoned me here in this world. Now you are shown after 3 years. This means that you are here for the prize of my wish. On reaction, that slime said, you had already paid the price. Store owner thought for a while and then said, does it has to do something with the book I recommend to old Wildy? Slime nodded his head. Then owner realized that the more I recommend to people whom are written by me can make that slime powerful. Then in next scene, a person is shown who is spying on the bookstore. He was asking to someone that he had finded the whereabouts of the black mage Mr. Wildy. He was in the 23rd Street knock in town. On hearing this news, that person become surprised and started writing the report. He spy said that he was in the bookstore for almost an hour, but before he could complete his words, Mr. Wildy came and killed him in one attack, and said, spying on this store, it's unforgivable. In secret instrument tower, that person is running Towa RDS the room. A person is sitting on the chair. He is one of the 10 holy knights. He said, now what, is there any report of those thugs? Because of them I can't even enjoy my retirement. Then he said, no, it's about the black faceless mage Mr. Wildy. On hearing that, he was shocked. The junior said, no one believed that he would have survived the fight except you, sir. Holy Knight Knight said, tell me, where is he? Junior said he was seen in 23rd Street on knock in town and was in a bookstore. We think that he was buying a book. On reply, Knight said, do you really think a person like Wildy will go to a bookstore for a chit chat or to read book and drink a tea? It must be the secret gathering place of dark mages. Did you investigated that store background? He said, yes, we did. It belongs to the Tree Merchant Union, and it is here for 3 years or has a good reputation. Knight was eager to investigate that shop, but when Junior said that the merchant union gave 40% funds to the tower, the knight said, okay, I will personally go to investigate that store by myself, and he left. When that knight was on his way, his heart started paining and he started hallucinating that it is revealed that he owned a magic sword Candela, but when his real owner died, it got a curse with it which makes people mad. Only a person with true and great heart can withstand its curse. I have to find it as soon as possible, and I have to rest for a while. And he left for home. Now in next scene, the elf hunter is shown who was killing his enemies as per advice of the store owner with his subordinates. Her subordinates were thinking that how she progressed in such small time. Then the warrior said that we have to kill that traitor no matter what and have to take that artifact back. But when they entered the enemy base, the traitor had already left, which made them angry. She said to his 2 subordinates to investigate it and asked one of them to come with him. Everyone asked where, then she replied, to the 23rd Street, and they left. Now in the bookstore, Mr. Lin is sitting on his chair and thinking that his past days only Mr. Wildy and that young lady had visited my store. I think this day will also pass without any customer, thanks to that black lady who gave me permission to settle there and also gave me a temporary citizen card. I hope she would had liked the book that I recommended her. Then as someone came in the store, it was the young elf lady. Owner welcomed her and said, how are you, miss? You are the only one who came back to this store in such short time. After hearing that, she felt sad and thought that I am only customer of Mr. Lin who was not able to do anything. After an advice from him, I am the worst one. When Mr. Lin saw her in such mood, he predicted something and said, did you fail? Then door opened and his subordinate named Rat came. She said, he is an ally, don't worry. And then she said that, yes, I was not able to do anything. Even after your guidance, I fought with him for 2 days, but he abandoned his Rent and escaped. Please help us. What should we do? After hearing that, Mr. Lin thought, what is she saying about fight and escaped? I think she expressed her feelings in such a dramatic way. Now I got it. Her she argued with her lover, and then her lover left without any reason, and then he said, don't worry, I can help you. First of all, your real enemy is not other than your fear about things. He suddenly felt pressure, and then he said to wait a bit, and then he left. After he was gone, a rat started asking, he doesn't look like a great person, he is a liar. But she asked him to stop and raised her sword. Then he thought that she is that easy to manipulate. I will do something with him and manipulate her and become a king. And he took his secret weapon out, but A shadow came to him. It was the Griggle. He ate him alive. The girl was shocked and was also scared. Marlin also came down and said, where was your partner gone? She said he gone for urgent work. She was afraid that Marlin would get angry on her because of that rat bastard. Marlin said, why are you like that? It's not like I will eat you. On hearing that, she got scared and said, please forgive me, I will never do that again. Marlin thought, why is she acting like that? I think it is because of sudden departure of her friend. He said, don't worry, should I recommend you a book? She said, yes please, on a willpower. Marlin went to find a book and said to her that the friend of yours is not a person who should be trusted. She said, but he was loyal. Marlin cut her words and said, there is nothing in this world like absolute loyalty, and he gave a book to her. She thought that loyalty ruins made on people is done by mage under our family. It means he is also a traitor. Then she left. When she was outside, she opened the book and read the context on it, and suddenly her soul power and will both increased, and she saw by her soul power and Grogil that rat was indeed a traitor, and she smiled on blushed on remembering Marlin. Then she left. And next scene, the knight is present front of the bookstore holding the paper on which there is information of Marlin. He entered the shop. Marlin said welcome and thought that the young elf woman is the lucky fortune for me. Now more and more customer are coming. But why is this person looking for Oshus? He said, you can read, borrow and buy books here. Knight started analyzing the store and thought that it is just an ordinary bookstore. There is nothing except this gargoyle. Marlin thought that this old person is not a friendly person. I think, what should I do to make him open up? Then he said, can I help you, grandpa? Hearing that, he become ferocious but controlled his anger and said, where is that gargoyle came from? He said, it is given by me from a customer of mine. It is not for sale. He said, who gave it? Was its name Wildy? Marlin said, yes. Do you guys know each other? Are you guys perhaps friends? He said, yes we were, but due to some circumstances we separated 2 years ago. Do you know where he is? Marlin said, no, but he will come soon to return the book. I will inform him about you. Please take tea and read some books. Then he sat down and said, I am not old but just accepting your request. He saw the book nearby. Marlin said, this is the fairy tale I read before going to bed. He said, fairy tale, are you a child? Then Marlin said, this is the only sigil piece. He become curious and take it and said, I just don't want to reject the request on reading book. He felt something and felt down. Marlin ran and checked him. He was afraid what had done, but he came to know that he is just sleeping. Then he tried take him to the room. He was very heavy, but somehow he managed to take him to a room. A cat was watching him who was actually a spy of secret tower. He was scared when he saw that terrifying scene. He ran out of the store, but after a while Knight came to his sense and find out his curses decreased and was happy. He thanked Marlin and thought that Marlin is a great person who helps people. Whoever he is does not matter. After a small chat, he borrowed a book and wrote down the membership form. For more videos, subscribe my channel and support me. Thanks for watching.